Tourette's disorder is a relatively rare brain disorder that usually expresses itself during childhood. The major symptom of this disorder is the emission of uncontrollable tics. The ticking includes motor tics, such as jerking the head, and vocal tics, such as emitting sounds and words. In a minority of cases, these vocal tics can also include the uttering of socially unacceptable words. Ben is a 17-year-old high school senior. He was first diagnosed with Tourette's when he was 7 years old, and both he and his brother suffer from the disorder. In the first segment, Ben describes the onset of his Tourette's syndrome, and then tries to explain the internal experience of his ticking. Note that although the tics are involuntary, Ben is able to assert some conscious control over them.
I would have probably started ticking around first or second grade. Major ticking. I mean, like, really noticing them. I mean, there was many different tics, I mean, I used to, like, move my head like this, and I would, like, throw my arm out, and, I mean, not like, but I mean, like, jerk, flop my arm out like that. Not like a seizure, I was just, as a tic. And also, and then my vocal tics would, come on. It doesn't feel like an itch or anything, but sometimes in my, it's in there, and sometimes I just have to say, I gotta let it out. I have to let it out. It's not like I'm sitting on this chair going, all of a sudden like a hiccup, or, all of a sudden, or like a jolt or anything. It's something that I purposely let out, It's, sometimes, I can control it. I can control it to a certain extent, It's really not any feeling with it. It's just something that has to be done. I can hold them in for a while, sometimes, like, I test myself, sometimes I can just sit and hold still for a while, and I can do it for a long, long time. If I focus on it and I put my mind to it, I can do it. I haven't really met a lot of people who have Tourette's as worse as mine. I mean, I don't have. I mean, I've seen people on TV, like there's this one Tourette's video called Twitch and Shout. I've seen people, I mean, like, thrashing their head, major tics like that. But I see myself kind of in a medium, just in the middle case. Not a mild, not a severe, but kind of a medium.
A person's emotional and cognitive states affect the extent of ticking. For example, tics are less likely to occur when a person is relaxed or when concentrating on a particular task. As you have seen, when Ben is answering questions during this interview, fewer tics are expressed. However, during the time between questions, as seen here, the rate of tics increases.
It does affect the driving some way, but but I haven't got any accidents yet, which is a plus. I've had very many close calls. Sometimes I could be like, I could probably have a lot of head twitches and, and look. I mean, which is, I could be looking like, I could be ticking my head a little bit. I mean, I don't go in, into the other lanes. But, well, even though sometimes I do have a difficult time, staying in my lane, but I've been able to get back on. It's not like it's not for very long. I just, and then I focus back on the highway. It's kind of an instinct. So at times it can be pretty hard for me, but sometimes I just need to realize that this is something that I have. Sometimes I can't go to movie theaters. My friend, it's not that my friends don't want me there, or it's not that people wouldn't want me there. I mean, it's not that they don't like me, but I mean, if they pay for a movie ticket, they pay to go see a movie. You know, they don't want a yippy kid, a kid in the movie theater, you know, yipping away. It's like sometimes I walk into Fred Meyer or Walmart, and you know, and I might be taken pretty bad, and my Tourette's, you know, it can be embarrassing because, you know, a lot of times little eyes look at me, you know, especially those little guys, you know. You know, because I don't want to, sometimes it really feels like sometimes, it feels like that they're seeing this monster thing, you know, and I don't want to, you know, and I don't want them to feel that, I don't want them to feel like I'm a bad guy, which I'm a nice kid. I am a nice, you know, I'm not a monster. I'm Ben Karamanos. Oh, I've been having a difficult time finding a girlfriend. I mean, I might not be ready to have a girlfriend, but you know, I'm getting up there. You know, I am getting up there. But you know, and sometimes I have a tendency to, you know, as just a natural tendency to having Tourette's, sometimes I have a tendency to scare them away. Tourette's is just, you know, Tourette's is kind of an, you know, the girls would probably be sort of embarrassed, you know. But you know, I mean, it's not that and they probably know that I can't help it, and all, and you know, it's not that they don't like me. It's not that they don't like Benny Karamanos.
Researchers believe that Tourette's disorder may be caused by an abnormality in the subcortical areas of the brain, which control movement of the face and limbs. In turn, this hypothesis has led to the development of drug treatments. In this segment, Ben explains that he has taken a variety of medications in an attempt to reduce his symptoms. Although these treatments have been moderately successful, Ben has also developed a number of behavioral techniques that he uses to control and to conceal his ticking.
Taking so many medicines, it's unbelievable. But you know, medication is not the only thing out there. You know, I can always try taking deep breaths, like. It just calms me down, you know, especially in situations like this. No. Sometimes when sometimes I might say, I might cuss a bad word, like, I might say like, you know, fuck, you know, or I might tick a bad word like that, and and then there's this one kid from South Park on this one show, South Park, Timmer, and I'll do that just to make it look like a joke, you know, sometimes. Oh, Timmer, fuck, Timmer. Oh, you know, but I need to really get in a better habit of doing more exercise, you know, going down to the Multnomah Athletic Club, you know, just working out, you know, go for walks, you know, do something, you know. A lot of times I just sit in front. I don't all, you know, I like to hunt, fish, and ski and all that, but you know, sometimes, you know, when I'm not, when I'm kind of in a lazy mood, I just sit in front of the TV.
Research shows that Tourette's symptoms usually become less prevalent as a person grows older. As you would expect, psychotherapy does not reduce the symptoms of Tourette's. Therapy can, however, help individuals cope with the inevitable social stigma. In this final segment, Ben reflects on his life and considers his prospects for the future. Although Ben is saddened by his disorder, he remains hopeful for a bright and meaningful future.
17 years of having Tourette's. It's a lot. I mean, no, well, it's not. Well, it's in a way, it's a lot. I mean, you have to, being a teenager, having Tourette's on your shoulders is a lot, and I have cried. Tourette's it's tough, but hey, it doesn't make me less of a man. That's not. I mean, that's that's just an old wives' stereotype's tale. Saying that if you can't cry about that, tough it in. You're a man. Men cry. Imagine how we feel. It's something that people cannot help. And reach out to that person and realize that this person has something different about them. But also, this person might be a really good person. This person is probably a really good person. And you have to look beyond the tics